There we have to understand directly. We need to convert the data. 1 minute. We have to convert the data right, sir. We need to convert the data into the respective primitive type by using what there, by using wrapper classes. That we need to use like what there, read like integer.parseInt method or float.parseFloat method. By using these methods, there we have to convert the data. Understand it clearly. That is one point here I'm telling to you. Then after this, after completion of this point here, what next one here I'm telling there? Observe carefully. After completion of this point here, one minute. Right, sir. The next one is what there? Then that same. Then my requirement is I want to read directly. I want to read primitive data directly from our like what there from the console. Directly primitive data I want to get. If you want to get primitive data directly from the console, there we have to use like what there. There we have to use scanner. There we have to use what there? Scanner. That is a requirement here we have to follow. All right. In the case of scanner, what we are getting there? Scanner is a Java class. Scanner is like what there? A Java class. Scanner is a Java class provided by Java in the form of java.util.scanner. Java.util. What there? Scanner that we can identify now. Now this is like what I'm telling you. Java.util.scanner. This is provided clearly. It's okay, fine. In which version of Java it is available here? In 1.6 version of the Java, it is available. In 1.6 version of the Java, it is available. Okay, fine. To use scanner in Java applications, we have to use some steps. What are the various steps here we have to use there? First of all, we have to create a scanner class object. Now tell me, how we are able to create scanner class object here? We can identify now. Scanner is equal to new scanner of system.in. System.in again is what there? In is a static variable defined in system class. It is representing what? What it is representing there? It is representing input to stream object. That input stream object is connected with what there? To the command prompt. If I enter any data as a dynamic input and command prompt, the data will come to the input stream object, which is referred by system.in. Understand it clearly? So input data is available in the input stream object that is referred by system.in. That's okay, fine. Now here from this particular input stream, we are going to connect with the scanner. Scanner will be created with that input stream. Directly scanner will take the data. What user required the data? What user has used the method? On the basis of that, directly it is going to provide data. What data it is able to provide there? Directly it is able to provide the data like what there? Integer data. Directly it will provide the data like what there? Float data. What user is expecting the data? The same data that scanner is able to provide directly. Right, sir. Because of that reason only here we are having what there? Scanner main intention here. No, it's okay, fine. Next one is what? After completion of this, what is the second step here we are getting there? No, the second step is read dynamic input from scanner. Right, sir. What is the second step here we are getting there? Read dynamic input from what there? From scanner. Right, sir. Then how we are going to read dynamic input from scanner here? If you have this, now understand it clearly. To read dynamic input from scanner, right, first of all, we have to understand like what there. If we want to read primitive data, directly we have a method. What method is available here? We can identify this no next xxx method is available. There we can use next int method, next float method, next byte method, next long method, next double method. Number of methods are available. By using that, we are able to get it. Next one is what there? Read string data from what there? From the scanner. To read string data from the scanner, here we are having two methods. What are the two methods which are available here? No, what is the first one here we are getting the next line method, and the second one is what there? Next method. Got it or not? Next line method, then what next one here? No, next method here. These two methods are available. Here we have to understand. Has sir got it or not? Then immediately here we are getting one important interview question. What is that interview question here? What is the difference between next line method and a next method from scanner? What exactly the difference between next line method and next method from the scanner? All right. Now here I given already answer for it. What was the answer here I given there? Next line method is able to read the complete line of text, the complete data as a single line, as a text data. Directly as a string, we are able to get the total line of data from the scanner. But not like this. My requirement is what there? A single word I want to get from the scanner. For example, if I enter the data like Durga Software Solutions, then I want to get only Durga. I don't want to get the total line. Only Durga I want to get. Read method is available in buffer data. The read method is able to get single character. Durga Software Solutions, if I enter no, only D will come. Understand my point, you know? But in the case of what? In the case of like what there? In the case of this particular scanner, then if you want to get a single word, not complete line of data, there we have to use what there? That next method. Next method is able to provide only a single word from the total data. Yes, sir, got it or not? All right, sir. This is the point here we have to understand. Now the remaining part is what there? I have to prepare an application. How I'm going to prepare application here? Observe carefully. All right, sir. Now understand it now. 1 minute. Right, sir. It's okay, fine. Now let me IntelliJ IDEA. Now just I want to open it. Now try to observe carefully. Here we are getting it. Now I want to create a new project. Understand it now. When we create a new project, now I want to give that application name is like what there? App 0. I think 09, for example, already it is available. Say for example 10 I want to create. All right, sir. Now here Java, IntelliJ IDEA and everything is okay. Click on create button. Project will be created. Now inside this project, now here we are getting like what they just give a minute of time. All right, sir. Now here we are getting, so here main class and main method here we are getting, right? All right, sir. I think the font is okay, right? Last. Is it visible? Font? Right. Okay, fine. Now see this one. Now here I want to provide like what there. Now, first of all, I want to create like what there scanner object here I'm creating. Scanner object here I'm creating. Okay. Right. Now see this one. Scanner object here I'm creating now. How I'm going to create this scanner object here? Scanner is equal to new scanner object here we created. Inside this scanner object, inside this what parameter here we have to provide there? Now tell me. There we need to provide a parameter. What is that parameter here? No, that should be like what there? System.in. That parameter here we provided. It's okay, fine. Now the scanner is ready. Now I want to get the data by using next line method. Then after that I'm going to use what the next method. But remember carefully, whenever we are working with the next line and next method, there is a chance of getting some uneven kind of output. So what I am telling you, first use next line method, then after that only use next method. Don't use first next method, then after that next line method. Why? Because its behavior is somewhat abnormal. We identified it. Now properly we are not getting output. Understand it clearly. So if you want to get proper output, what I am telling there, if you want to test both the cases, no, first we have to use what the next line. After that we have to use what the next method. Better to use in this way only. Don't interchange. All right, sir. Now understand it clearly. Here what we are getting the content here now system.out.print of enter data. Now I want to get the data by using next line method. So here what we have to do there, if you want to use it now, string. All right, sir. Now here we can identify this. All right, sir. Now here, enter the same data again. Enter the same data again. Whenever we are trying to enter the same data again now, what we are going to do there, I want to get the data now. String data2 is equal to scanner dot. Now this time I want to use what method here? No, next method. Understand it? One time I have used what method? Next time. Another time I am going to use what there? Next method. After this, now I want to display both the data. How I am going to display both the data now? System.out.println of. Now here I want to use that next line method provided data I want to display. So here we have to use what there? Data1. Understand it clearly. Next one is what there? System.out.println of. Next method provided data here I want to get. What method here? What data here we want to get there? Next method provided data here I want to get. Understand it clearly? Plus here we have to provide what there? Data2. All right, sir. Finally, we completed this particular part. Now here I need to execute the program here. Understand it clearly. So finally here we are getting like what there? Scanner is equal to new scanner system.in system.out.println of enter data. Then after this, string data1 is equal to scanner.nextLine method system.out.println of like what there? Sorry. Enter the same data again. String data2 is equal to scanner.next method, next line data1, and the next method data2. Like this here we are getting the content here. Observe carefully. This is about the program what we are getting now. Understand it clearly? Now the next one is I want to run this example. All of you observe carefully. I've executed this. Now here we are getting some output here. First of all, now it is asking there enter the data. Now I'm trying to enter the data. Same data here I'm going to enter there. Durga Software Solutions. This data here I'm trying to enter. Click on enter button. When we click on enter button, now Durga Software Solutions was taken by next line method. Enter the same data again here. Then whenever we are getting it, now get the same Durga Software Solutions. Here we are getting there. Now when we enter the same data, when we have used next line method, Durga Software Solution, the total data here we are getting. Understand it clearly. But when we have used next method, only we are getting the first word. What is that first word we entered here? Durga. That data only here we are getting. If we want to get only first word, only one word, then we have to use next method. If we want to get the total data, then we have to use what there? Next line method. All of you are getting it or not? Right, sir. This is an example here. We need to understand it clearly. All right, sir. Now, for example, now I want to copy this. Now try to understand it clearly. Now inside this the same program here I'm going to provide. Then after this I want to provide some output also. Now observe carefully. Already we are providing that output also clearly. Let me take this output. It's okay. Program and everything is okay, fine. Now for the sake of your awareness purpose, what I'm trying to do there, I'm going to show the second point. That means I set you some abnormal behavior we are able to find there. Now I want to give some clarity. Try to understand it now. All of you observe carefully. Scanner here we have used now, right? Next one is what there? Enter data. Now I've used what method here? First one. Next line method here we have used. Now this time what I want to do there, I want to use next method. Okay, next one is after that. Enter the same data again. But this time we have used what method here? No, next method. But I need to use what there? Next line method. Now observe carefully. Next method provided data, next line method provided data, both I want to display here. Right, understand that abnormal behavior, understand it clearly. Now let me execute this program. When I'm trying to execute this program, what we are getting there? Enter data. As usual, I have to enter what there? Durga Software Solutions. Durga Software Solutions. Now tell me, all of you know, what method we have used there to read this first data? Next method. So next method is able to read what data? Only Durga. But Software Solutions is still remaining or not? But it is available inside the scanner or not? Sir, got it or not? Now that remaining data, what we have to do? With that remaining data, what we have to do? That is maintained by scanner or not? Now it will give trouble for the next time reading. It provides some trouble to what there? Next time, next outputs. Now let's see this one. If I click on enter button, directly program is terminated. This is abnormal behavior, what I am telling you. Yes, sir, and if you're getting my point or not, this is abnormal behavior. That's why if you want to use both, what we have to do there? First, we have to use what there? Next line. After that only we have to use what there? Next method. Means that next method we have to use as the last one to avoid the abnormal. Otherwise, you should not provide extra data. You have to provide exactly single word. I get my point or not? Now let me execute this. I didn't try for it, but now I want to try it. No. Now first method is what there? Next method. So I want to provide only Durga. Extra data I'm not providing. Click on enter button. Now it is going on like this. But in the next line, then remaining output is providing what there? Somewhat different here. Now by default it has taken the second remaining data is also be what there? This one here. So abnormal behavior like this. So because of that reason, what is the point here I'm telling to you? If we want to use both of them, first we have to use what the next line. After that only we have to use what the next method. If we want to show the difference in between these two. But in fact, what I'm telling there, I'm going to use, see, for example, all right, sir. Now in this case, next method, second time also I want to use what the next method. Both I'm using next method. Is that my program is going on abnormally or not? I want to check it. First of all, enter the data. Durga. Now it is asking there. Observe careful. 2 times if I use the same method, no. Next method, it's okay. No problem. Now again, we are getting Durga and Durga. Is that all of you are getting it or not? But these are the observations only. But I don't know even exactly what is going to be happen internally. But I found it when we use both the methods. First, if we use next method, then we are getting what their abnormal behavior. So because of that reason, first we have to use what their next line method. After that only we have to provide what their next method. Is that all of you are getting it or not? This is a clear-cut information here. What I am telling to you now. Okay. Right, of course. Now that question and answer here I've given there, that's okay, fine. Now I want to prepare another like example for your understanding purpose. I want to create another example. Now try to understand it now. Right, sir. Another example here I'm going to prepare. Now some other details also here I want to take through the scanner. What details here I want to take now? System.out.println of now. What I want to provide there, print method. Are you aware about the difference between println and print method? What is the difference? You know, print method will display the data and keep the cursor in the same line, but println will display the message and keep the cursor in next line. Okay, fine. Now print method. Now I want to take some employee details. Employee number here I want to take. Now user will enter employee number in the form of integer. I want to get that integer data directly. User will enter that integer data. As is that integer data here I want to get. That's my requirement. So now here we need to go for what there. Into ENO is equal to what next one here no scanner dot next int method here I want to use. What is that method here we have to use there? Next xxx method. Next int method here we are using. It's okay, fine. System.out.print of there inside this I need to provide something like what there employee name. Now understand this employee name here I want to get single word only I want to provide there. So because of that reason now here I want to take what there string e name is equal to scanner dot next method. Just only single word as is I'm going to enter single word that I want to get it no next method. That's okay, fine. Next one is what there system.out.print of there I want to get like what there employee salary. Employee salary. All right, that employee salary here I want to get like what there float esal is equal to. Now I want to get like what there directly scanner dot next float method is available. What is that method? You know, next float method. All right, sir. Then after this, system.out.print of here I need to provide what there employee like what next one here address here I want to get. Now tell me employee address here I want to get here. Now system.out.print sorry. Now here I need to get like what that address details in the form of single word here I want to get. So here what we have to do there EADDR is equal to now here I need to provide like what there scanner dot what method here I want to use there next method. So finally we are getting different types of data through the scanner. But I have not used any wrapper class here in this total process. I have not used like anything like what there integer.parseInt method, float.parseFloat method. This type of methods I have not used them. Got it or not? Fine, sir. Now this is exactly the meaning of like what their scanner. Okay, fine. Whenever we are getting the scanner, now sys.out.println of, here we have to provide like what their employee details. The next one is what their sys.out.println of a line space here we are getting. Then after this, I want to display as is the data. What data here we are getting there? As is I want to display the data. Sys.out.println of employee number plus now here what we have to provide there, ENO. Next one is what? Sys.out.println of employee name here I'm going to provide there plus e name. Then after this, sys.out.println of employee salary plus e-sal. Here we are going to provide sys.out.println of employee address, for example. Now here we need to provide something else like what there plus EADDR. All the data here we provided, that we need to understand it clearly. Semicolon. It's okay, fine. All right, so now my data is provided clearly. So this is my program. By using scanner, we have taken some data. We created scanner here. Then after this, we created like what there. We have taken some dynamic input. Whatever the dynamic input here we have taken, the total data here we displayed on the console. Now let's understand this. Now if we execute this program, there we are able to get some output. Now understand it clearly. First of all, 111. What data here I provided? 111 is what there? Integer data. Directly I'm providing integer. Click on enter button. Now this time I'm providing what there? Some value Durga. Directly string name. See this. Now we are not getting any abnormal behavior. Okay, now Durga we are getting. Now salary here, for example, I want to provide what there? 50,000, something else now. Alright, sir. Now still we are not getting any problem here. We have taken it. Now address I am going to provide as a single word. But I am providing the single word. If you want to provide more than one value there, just we can put comma or a hyphen, something else. Just we can enter the data, multiple values now. Say for example, if you want to get the data, then what I want to provide there. Alright, sir. Now here we can provide the data like what there? 202. Alright, sir. Now Durga soft. Then comma HMDA. Next one is what there? Maitri Vanam. Right, sir. Amir Page. If you provide space, no, it will finish. The data will not come there. Without providing space only, we can provide the data, right? Amir Page. Then what next one here? Hyderabad 38. This is the total data here I entered. Let me click on enter button now. You see this one? When we click on enter button, the total data here we are getting is an output. Whatever the output here we are getting there, the total output here we are getting like this. Employee number 111, employee name Durga, employee salary 50,000, and employee address is what there? 202, Durga Soft, HMDA, Maitrivana, Amirpet, and Hyderabad. The data here we are getting there. Right, sir. Now this is clearly the meaning of like what there, our application, what we completed. Understand it now? Yeah, okay, fine. So now, next example. It's okay. Then output also here I want to collect from this. Right, everything is okay, fine. So this is overall information related to what their overall information about like what their scanner we understood now. Yes, sir. Have you understand it? How to use that scanner here now? It's okay, fine. Next one is after this, after providing the scanner concept here, next we need to go for console. What we have to open there? Now the next one is like what there? Console. Now observe carefully. What is this console actually? What is the purpose of this console? If you want to use that console, first we have to understand the drawbacks with both the buffer reader and the scanner. Definitely, here we are having some drawbacks now. First, we have to understand the drawbacks with these two. After that only, we are going to understand like what their console. Right, sir. Now see this one. All of you understand it now. To provide dynamic input, in Java applications, if we use buffer reader and scanner, then we are able to get the following problems. What problems here we are able to get? Point number 1. See this, if you understand the previous examples now, 2 lines here we consumed for getting one single dynamic input. Am I right or not? First one is what there, display a request message. Next one is what there, use that exert method to read what there, dynamic input. Employee number, first of all we are displaying that message. We waited for it, for the dynamic input. When a user has entered dynamic input, when he clicked on enter button, automatically that input was taken by that next method or next int method, whatever it may be, some method we have used to read the actual dynamic input. For displaying request message and for reading dynamic input, we need to use separate instructions. So 2 lines of code we have to use for every dynamic input. See this one, in this program here I am giving clarity now. So for taking dynamic input, for every dynamic input, 2 lines of code here we have taken. First one is what there, employee number. Next one is what there, employee name. Next one is what there, employee salary. Next one is what there, employee address. Overall 4 dynamic input here we have taken. But how many lines of code we have written here? 8 lines of code here we have written. 8 instructions here we have written. Am I right or not? So for 4 dynamic input, 8 instructions here we have written. So I thought of it, it will be more number of instructions we are consuming in our Java applications. Not like simple. Then more number of instructions here we are writing. To consume what there? To consume, we are consuming more number of instructions for every dynamic input. So my requirement is what? I want to reduce this number of instructions. Reducing number of instructions in the sense, what is my alternative there? My requirement is what there? By using single line, I want to display that request message. Within the same line, I want to read the dynamic input which was entered by the user. But user has entered the dynamic input. I want to get the dynamic input directly from user after displaying the request message within a single line. Both displaying request message, reading dynamic input, both I want to do in a single line. That is my requirement. Sir, got it or not? Then how we are going to do this particular one here? For this particular reason, we have to go for what there? Console. For this particular one, we have to use what there? Console. Console is required because of this particular reason only. Is it? All of you are getting it or not? Leave it. After this, after completion of this point here. For example, no security for the dynamic input. No security for the dynamic input. For example, my program is asking enter password. When I enter password there, it is visible on the command prompt. Everybody understand my point here? It is visible on what there? Command prompt. Next one is after completion of this, some ATM pin numbers, secret codes. In general, we have to enter some pin numbers or maybe secret codes or maybe some secure data we need to enter. Whenever we are entering the secure data, but our buffer data may be our scanner, they both are not providing security for our data. Whatever the passwords we enter, they are visible. Whatever the secret codes we enter, they are visible. But my requirement is what? I want to provide a bit security for our dynamic input. Not for every data. Not for every data. At least we have to provide security for the data like secret codes, passwords, PIN numbers. At least for them, we need to provide some security. All right. To provide this security, there we have to use what there? Console. Console is a solution for these 2 things clearly. Right. Now observe carefully. What is the point here I'm telling to you? The first one is what there. First point is like what I'm telling there. For every dynamic input, for every single dynamic input, we have to use 2 instructions. We have to use 2 instructions. What are the 2 instructions here now? First one is what there? System.out.println to display system.out.println to display request message. This is one instruction, and the second one is what there? Maybe next method, maybe next line method, or maybe next xxx method, comma. Then what next one here? Apart from this, no? Apart from this, read line method and so on to read the required, to read the dynamic input, to read the actual dynamic input. Right, sir. This is one thing. Second point is like what I am telling there, no security for the data, like right, what data you know, passwords, comma, pin numbers, comma, secret codes, and so on and so on and so on. No security for the data. All right, now I'm going to give conclusion. What is the conclusion here I'm telling there? To overcome the above problems, to overcome the above problems, we have to use java.io.console. We have to use what there? java.io.console. To overcome the above problems, we have to use java.io.console. All right, sir. Console is a solution here. Okay. Then how we are going to use this console in our Java applications? To use console in Java applications, we have to use the following steps. What are the various steps here we have to use there? Or the very first one, first of all, create a console object. Console class object here we have to create. How, sir? How we are able to create this console object here now? Console is equal to system.console. There is a static method inside the system. There is a static method inside the system. The method name is what there? Console. It will return the same console object. Now directly here we are getting what there? Console. No need to pass any system.in, no need to pass any other content. Directly system.console, it will return console object. Right, so that's point number one. Point number two, read dynamic input from console. Read dynamic input through what there? Console. All right, now how we are going to do this? Now here we are having some cases. What cases are available here? We can identify this now. The very first one, the very first case is like what I am telling to you. To read, not to read, to display message and to read data in a string, to read string data, to read data as a string, we have to use a method. What method here we have to use there? Understand it clearly. Public string read line method. What is the method here we have to use there? Read line method. Inside this read line method, we have to use string data. What we have to provide there? String data. Is that all forgetting it or not? We have to provide what data there? String data. We provided public string, read line, string data. So this parameter is what there? Request message. Request message. Parameter is what there? Request message. Return value is what there? User entered dynamic input. First read line method will display the message. Wait for the dynamic input. When user has provided dynamic input, when he clicked on enter button, automatically that user entered data will be taken in the form of string. That value will be written in the form of string only. There we are getting what data? String data directly we are getting. Is that all of you getting it or not? All right, sir. This is one thing. Okay. Next one. After this, observe carefully. Next one is what there? To display message. To display message and to read password data. To read password data in a char array. The password data will come in the form of what there? Char array only, not in the form of string. Why? Because the char array is a suitable data for the security. Char array data is suitable for what there? Security. As per the security algorithms, we are going to apply the security over the individual characters in general. So it will release the dynamic input in the form of like what there? Char array. All right, so that's mean to display message and to read password data in a char array. There we have to use another method. What is that method here? We have to use there public char array Then read. What's the method here we are using here? Read password method. Read password of string request message. So read line method is able to read any type of data in the form of string, but read password method is able to read the data in the form of password. Read password method is not showing the data what we entered on command prompt. If we enter some data on command prompt, if we use read password method, it will not show the data on command prompt, but we can enter the data, but it is not visible for us. Understand it clearly? So this is what exactly the methods here we are having. But of course, you already aware about it. When the data is available in the form of char array, it's very simple to convert the data from char array to string. Still, if you want to display some properties there we can convert the data from char array to string. Just as a matter of using a constructor. String str is equal to new string of char array. Directly to the constructor, we can pass the char array as a parameter. There we are able to get directly the data, string data here we are able to get. Sir, all of you are following or not? No response, guys. All right, sir. Now, let us see an example here on the base of this so that we are able to get some clarity. Then first of all, what I want to show there, the drawback oriented program I want to show. After that, I'll go to the console content here. Observe carefully. But before that, I need to say one more point here. One small note here I'm telling there. Observe carefully. No IDE is supporting console. No IDE is supporting what there? Console. Only editors are supporting console. So we are unable to see outputs with Eclipse IDE as well as what there? IntelliJ IDEA. Max we have to use what there? Edit plus or Notepad plus something else we have to use clear. That's even that one also I want to show. Try to understand it now. Now again, I need to prepare a program. All right. Now see this one. In the same program, I want to implement the code here. Observe carefully. First of all right, sir. Now here, I want to use scanner. Of course, scanner is already available here. Directly, I want to go with what their buffer data. Through that buffer data here, I want to show both are same now. Either we can use scanner or buffer data. That doesn't matter. Anything okay is okay to represent this particular point here. Yeah, all of you understand it, no? First of all, let me create buffer data. Buffer data is equal to new buffer data, new input to stream reader. Input to stream reader, there we have to provide what there system.in now. Semicolon. Buffer data is ready. Now system.out.print just I want to take what their username. Now here I want to take what their username. User will enter that username data. Got it now? Right, sir. Username here we are getting it. Whenever we are getting username there, then we need to get the data. But see, okay. Now string uname is equal to buffer data dot readline method here we have to use. String uname is equal to buffer data dot readline method. What's the problem here? What happened? ORSL ORSL water. What happened? What happened? శంకర్ షుగర్ పట్టరావు కొంచెం పిల్ల పడిపోయింది తొందరగా పట్టరావు షుగర్ ఫోర్త్ ఫ్లోర్ త్వరగా రా ఓకేనా హలో మ్యామ్ don't worry, nothing is happened here. It's a common thing. The problem is that yesterday night we have taken light food, right? There's a problem. Yeah, it's going on regularly. It's going on in our classes. Okay. I think she understood Java more. That's a problem. Digesting problem, right? Fine. So that is one thing. Other reason is what? You're already tuned for online classes. No, all of a sudden you're coming to the offline class. All right, sir. Don't worry. What she's doing is okay, right? Okay. 2 minutes. Yeah, then that is the reason why I'm telling to you, try to take food properly. Then food is very, very important. First priority, even in my point of view, food first. All are secondary, right? That is a minimum thing, right? Right. Yeah, don't worry. It's a common thing, not even that. Then regularly, I used to see this kind of situations at morning 7 o'clock batches. No? They regularly identified that. Yeah. Then everybody are getting this kind of problem there. So do you have any chocolate, ma'am? Chocolates. Anybody else is having chocolate? Yeah. You can distribute. Are your sister is suffering there. Why you are thinking about it? Come on. Chocolate. Yeah. Give that. Chocolate. Yes, they had already. Yeah. Eat chocolate. What flavor you like? Dairy milk. Be happy. First of all, have a smile. Then everything is going to be out, right? Fine. So better to bring chocolates tomorrow onwards, especially girls. Everybody have some chocolates. I think you like very well, right? Chocolates, right? Fine. Otherwise, I'll provide. I don't have any problem there, right? Fine. Take it. First of all, take the chocolate. So you require some sugar level. That's the main thing, right? The cup of sugar, no? Already we have chocolates. The chairman. Sorry. Right. It's okay. You want to eat sugar? Then sugar is there. Sugar. Are you okay now? Okay. Can I sit here in front of me? Sugar. Fine. Yeah. Let's move to the point. It's okay. Fine. Clear? Can I start now? Are you okay? Fine. I think time is already completed, right? Don't worry. No. I'll manage it. I need to complete this topic here. Fine. Then in the process I forgot it. Why we are getting this error? At least anybody give information. Why we are getting this error now? Error we are getting it, right? Why we are getting error? Buffer data only. All right, perfect. Code is right. Buffer data object I created. Buffer data readline method I've used it. Yeah, actually I want to show drawback. A drawback with the dynamic input with the buffer data. So I'm taking this code. I think people are not recognized why we are getting error here. Our readline method is throwing some exception. In readline method, throws exception, throws IO exception is available. Now, whenever I'm using readline method, as part of its syntax, throws is available. Throws is in the sense automatically that exception is coming to what there, this method. Then we have to handle it. Am I right or not? How we are going to handle it? No. You want to see really that readline method internal code? You want to see that throws keyword? Yes, clear. Click on control, move cursor over here. Click on control, move cursor over here, then automatically click on it. Automatically source code will open. This is possible in the case of IDS, in Eclipse IDEA and as well as what there, IntelliJ IDEA. Then public string readline throws what we are getting there? Throws IO exception. Whenever we are getting throws keyword in a method prototype, if we use that method in other method, in that other method we have to handle that exception or not. What we understood previously about throws keyword? What we understood about this throws keyword previously? By using throws keyword is able to bypass exception from present method to the caller method. Now main method is a caller method. To the main method, that exception is provided. Main method exception is provided here, right? When exception is provided to the main method, give to her. Take this, no problem. Right, sir. When exception is coming to the main method, automatically, what is going to be happening here now? Automatically, when exception is coming to this main method, automatically exception is available to the main method. There we have to handle it. Then to handle that one, either we have to use throws keyword or we have to use what the try catch finally. Understand my point or not? Either of the things here we have to use. Got it or not? It's okay, fine. Okay, right, sir. So because of this reason, now here what I'm telling now, right, sir. Now I want to close this. Now here we need to provide either throws keyword or we have to use what there a try catch final. Now here I want to use what the throws exception. Now that error is gone. Okay, right, sir. That's okay, fine. Next one is after completion of this username here we have taken. Next one is what there system.out.println of. Now here I want to use what there password data also here I want to use. What exactly the password data here we are using there? I want to read that password data. String upwd. String upwd is equal to buffer data dot readline method here we are using. String upwd is equal to buffer data dot readline method. Whenever we are getting it, then what we have to do there? Then immediately we have to provide. Now let me check it. After getting both the data, now I want to check if uname dot equals of. So for example, I want to hard code the data. I want to check user provide username and password is Durga and Durga. For example, I want to make the login is success. If it is not Durga and Durga, username and password is not Durga and Durga, I want to make the status of that login is what there fail. All right, now let me check it. Uname dot equals of Durga and upwd dot equals of Durga. Both username and password both are Durga and Durga. Then I want to make the status of that login is what there success. There then I want to provide like what there login success. That message here I want to provide login success. Else if it is not the case, if username is not Durga or password is not Durga or both are not Durga, for example, if both are not Durga, then what we want to do there system.out.println of. Now here what we are able to get there login failure. That's it. So this is exactly the point. Sorry, this is exactly the meaning of like what there, the meaning of buffer data utilization. Everybody must understand this clearly. Buffer data utilization. So easily we can identify the problem with this buffer data approach. Now try to understand it. Now okay, I want to execute this program. Now tell me, you only tell me when I execute this program, what we are getting the content here, username is what there, Durga. Visible or not? Okay, fine, no problem. Username, so we can visual. Enter button. What it is asking there? Password. I think there I have used println method. That's why it is showing like what there, next line. No problem. I'm going to enter the data, sir. All right, sir. DURGA. I entered. I think you are seeing that output, right? Enter. Click on it. What status here we are getting there? Login success. Now, what is my password here now? Durga. My password is what there? Durga. That means all of you have seen that password or not? That is a security problem. The password is my own, right? I should not visualize it. But everybody is identifying my password now. But not real password. Don't think about it. Okay, fine. Let's move to the point here. Now the content is like what there. In this program, password data is visible. In this program, password data is what there is visible. Am I right or not? So this is a problem with our program here now. Right. Once again, I want to execute this. Just I have done modification. Right, sir. Now username is what there Durga. Password is what I provided here ABC. Now login failure. We are getting it. Okay, fine. Now see this one. This program here I want to take. This program I want to take. Now let me copy this. Right, sir. Now I want to go for this example here. Let me take this program and output also here I want to provide there. Understand it? Alright, sir. Output also here we are providing. Try to recognize this. Alright, sir. Now actual program about like what there, what do we want to show there about the console. How I'm going to show this console program here. Observe carefully. Now in the same IDE, I want to provide that console program. Right, sir? Understand it clearly. If you want to use console program in the same IDE, now let me delete this total program here. Then after completion of this, then import statements also I want to delete no. Now, everybody understand it no? Console. Console is recognized. Console is equal to new, no, not like new console. There what we have to provide there? System dot what method is available? Console method is available. Right, sir. Now we can see some description about it also. Return the unique console object associated with the current Java virtual machine, if any. The system console, if any, otherwise null. If it is available, it's okay. Otherwise, it will return null value here. Okay, fine. All right, sir. Clear. Now observe carefully. After that, I want to write program here like what there. String directly string uname is equal to console dot readline method. There I want to pass a message like what there username. Now see this one, all of you know how many lines we are displaying the message and we are reading the data in a single line or not. By using single line we are displaying request message and we are reading the dynamic input or not. It's okay, fine. All right, sir. This is like what there string. Next one is char array pwd is equal to console dot read password method is available. There we have to provide the message. What message can I'm providing there? Password. Like this, I'm providing this message. Now here data, that password data will be displayed. User will enter the data. That password is not visible for us. We are going to read the data. The data here we are going to keep inside what there? PWD. Okay, both the data is available. Then what next one here? I need to display, I need to check the data is properly provided or not. So here what we have to do there, if uname dot equals of same logic Durga and pwd, for example. Now the data is available in the form of char array, but with char array I can't do anything there. If you want to apply any string methods, no, I require the data in the form of what there string. Let me convert that char array to string. So for that purpose, what we have to do there, string upwd is equal to new string of char array pwd, that we passed here char array. That's okay, fine. Now char array is available, upwd is available. Now observe carefully, upwd dot equals of, then what next one here, no, Durga. That's it. Now after this, uname dot equals of Durga and upwd dot equals of Durga, both are okay. Now here I want to write what the status of the login is what there success. Now here I want to write what there login success. Next one is if anything is wrong, if it is not Durga and Durga, or at least one is not Durga, there I'm able to get the status. What is the status here? We are able to identify login failure. That's it. Now here we are able to get the content. See this. This program is not going to be executed. Null pointer exception we are able to get. Why we are getting null pointer exception here? The main reason is what there. This console method will return null value. Still Java is not having internally console object. Methods are declared, but console object is not provided. So it is not executed through IDEs. Inside the IDE, it is not possible. Now let me check this now. I want to run this program. That's it. Not required to write the complete program. First line, in first line itself, I can show that. But anyway, then the program I want to execute in what there? Edit plus, or maybe some other return. No. That's why I've written the total program. There we are getting this problem or not? Okay, now I want to run the same thing in what there in Edit plus. Edit plus or maybe some other ID, whatever it may be, what ID is here we are having. All right, sir. Now let me copy this. Okay, now here I need to go with my application. What application here? Edit plus is not supported by MacBook. So Sublime Text may be available with me. No, not available. Yeah, it's available. No problem. Sublime Text is open with me. Now here I can execute it. Don't worry. Through this I can execute this. Now first of all, let me create a file. Now file here I need to create here. All right, and a new file here I need to take file, new file. All right, now Control S here we have to take. Now where I want to save it now, in applications, library, apps, here it is available here. Not apps, no. Then where it is, documents actually. Yeah, inside the documents, apps, inside this. Yeah, of course. Now inside this apps here, I want to save it with the file name. What is the file name here I want to provide there? It would be like what there, test.java. Already it is available, no problem. I want to replace it. Yes, replace. It's okay, fine. Right, sir. Now here, why the font size is provided like this? Yeah, no problem here. Let me paste it. The total program here I provided here. Right, sir. Program we already understood. I need to change the font size actually. It has more font size here we are getting there. No, not working there. Keys are not working. Now I need to change it. Later I will change it. No need to think about it. Then finally here we prepared this program. Where my program is available, sir? Now observe carefully at which location I provided there. In a documents apps. In a documents apps only it is available. So I have to go for the documents. There I have to go for apps. There I have to compile it. I have to execute it. That I want to do through terminal, right? In MacBook, easily we can get the terminal here. Terminal, right, sir? Now it's already existed here. Click on it. It's okay, fine. Right, sir. Now we are getting terminal. Now inside this terminal, already it is available in the user, right? Users, next one is a Nagar. Nagar is a user here. Then we have to go with what there, CD documents. Now inside this, what is available here? No apps. Then where ls. So many things are available. Where what is my program here? Previously tester.class is available, but this is a program what we prepared. Tester.java is already existed here. Got it or not? Now I need to provide javac space tester.java. Observe carefully. All right, sir. I think so. There is an error here. Public main. I think so. We saved with what there tester.java, but it was main, right? Control S. It's okay. Next one is what there. Now javac space tester.java. I changed main class. Compilation is successful. When a compilation is successful, then what next one here? No Java space tester. Now what my program is asking there? Username. Now it is asking username. Observe carefully. When my program is coming up to this level, in the sense console is recognized or not. In a previous case, when I execute the program, there we got immediately null pointer exception. Now we are not having null pointer exception there. Durga, I entered here. Now it is asking about what there? Password, right? See that symbol, what it is providing there, no? Right? Password data. Observe carefully. This is a MacBook support, right? Don't think about our console is giving this option here, no? Okay. Now I'm trying to enter the password data. DURGA. I entered, but only password I entered. Okay, but I need to click on enter button here. If I click on enter button, internally program will take that password data in the form of characters that is converted to string. Then we check it with the Durga, everything is same. Then we are able to get what their login success. Sir, got it or not? There we are getting what their login success here we are getting. Clear? All of you are getting clarity on it. All right, sir. Now, for example, I want to provide something else like what there. Again, now, what I want to do there, again, I want to compile and execute this Java C space tester.java, compiled successfully, Java space tester, username it is asking there, Durga. Now it is asking about what there, password data. Now I'm going to provide A, B, C password, not like what there, Durga, A, B, C. So the status of the login should be what? Failure that we have to get here. Now see this one. Now we are getting what there, failed. Now again here I want to come execute the program here. Now this time I'm providing what there, Durga. Again now I provided what there, Durga. Now login success. The data here we are getting. Sir, all of you are following or not? Right, sir. Now this is the program what we are getting there. Now try to understand it. I think so the same program, sir. I have not given any changes here. Whatever the program here we provided, the same program here I'm going to provide. Am I right or not? All right, sir. Now let me copy this program. I think so. Already we copied this program there, right? Right, sir. Now here. Again, no problem. Then I want to copy this program. Then after this, whatever the. All right. So now here we are getting like what there? Terminal. In terminal, both the cases here I am going to show. Right. Now. Where it is available. Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll give this output. Oh. Don't worry. Right. So now this data here we provided. Now the font size also be. It's okay. Yeah. So that's now this is the total information here we are getting. Finally, what we understood there, console, the topic here we completed. Got it or not? Right, sir? Then just to take quick break, just 5 minutes break only. I'll continue what there advanced Java class now. Right. Take small break.